Well, hello. It is great to be doing this. I first of all wanted to thank Jeffrey and the Violin Channel for giving me this amazing opportunity to perform for you live. I wanted to somehow capture the view from the apartment, which is spectacular, but unfortunately, it wouldn't have worked because the sun would have been right in your eyes. But anyway, I think let me know if you have any problems with anything, because this is interactive. I know you're all out there. I believe there are 355,000 Violin Channel members. I expect them all to be tuned in because you're all locked down. I know I'm competing with Seinfeld reruns and those cat videos. Really bad, but do come out for this. This is definitely the kind of performance where you're not going to say silence your cell phones at the beginning of it. It is so weird to be performing for you like this. But that was a Chopin etude, and I am going to play for you for about half an hour, even though I think it's going to go over. So I'll segue into a transcription that I've written. That there's actually so much to talk about. It's so weird to have such a large audience, and no coughing or sneezing. But it is really good. So I'm going to play a piece of Astor Piazzolla. It's a piece I transcribed called Oblivion. And no, do seriously let me know if there's a major problem that you can't see or hear. But here is Oblivion for you, and see how this works out. So that was Oblivion by Astor Piazzolla, and it was my transcription. I know there are a ton of musicians on the Violin Channel, so if anybody wants that transcription, that will be $1.99. No, of course. Anything that you want of the music that I'm playing, whether it be a transcription or of mine or an original piece, I will send you the PDF. Just email me at pianistwiththehair@gmail.com. Yes, that is actually my email address. Very excited, really very, very excited to be playing because we've been locked down here in Paris now for about 30 days. And for the last 2 weeks, we haven't gone out at all, even to go shopping. And we have 2 small children. So it's, the people that are really starting to bother me are the ones that complain about the lockdown that don't have kids. We have 2 kids, a 2-year-old and a 7-year-old, and they're not here right now. They're upstairs because we're lucky. We have an empty neighbor's apartment upstairs. They migrated upstairs, but for you this is a performance. For me it's a holiday. So I'm going to make it last as long as possible. They'll have to disconnect the Violin Channel violently, I think, to get me off of this. But so I'm going to play. I hope we have some tango lovers out there because Astor Piazzolla, of course, and now I'm going to play some Carlos Gardel for you. And just remember, if you are inspired to tango, to do it with keeping social distancing in mind, which is an interesting concept for the tango. But so this is a very, very famous piece of Carlos Gardel called Por una cabeza. Apparently he was a big gambler, and he used to bet on the horse races. And por una cabeza means by the head of a horse, by a horse's head's length. So that's what that song is about. Or so they tell me. So the horse has told me that. So anyway, this is again my transcription of the piece, and you are welcome to it. So I must say one definite drawback to let's see, people are writing here. Hello, Julian Lawrence Gargiulo. Evelina! Hello, Evelina in Cyprus. Hello, Evelina in Cyprus. Lots of people watching. Jeffrey is watching. Jeffrey, you have the Violin Channel to run. You're giddy. Somebody said I'm giddy. Giddy? No, it's the, you're not having the kids. I got a little bit excited, but what did I want to tell you? Right. Oh, so Beethoven. I was thinking about Beethoven, and he stopped performing because he became deaf, and there are various theories about why that is. One theory is that he couldn't hear the applause, and so he was just devastated by this fact. But it is a very weird thing to play and not hear an applause. And I'm just wondering how a standing ovation is going to work, because definitely planning on one. But that is very weird. Now, I thought it would be nice, since I'm in Paris, to play some Debussy. So I won't. No, I'm going to play a very, very famous piece of Debussy, his Clair de Lune. Now, Debussy, I don't know how much you know about Debussy, the guy, Debussy the man. He was probably what you would call the original hipster, I would say. He was what you would call the original hipster. I have a picture of him here. I'm going to show you. I'm going to turn the camera just for this, if they're going to allow me to do that here. Let's turning the camera. So this is his very hot man. The original hipster. I think you can't see the almond latte, but it's just beyond the reach of the photo. So anyway, Debussy, he was definitely a ladies' man. He was hanging out and doing his thing, and then at some point he did meet a girl that he became very enamored with, and he decided that he was going to get engaged, and so he met this lovely lady here. Let's see if I can do this again to you. So he met this lovely lady here, and her name is Gabi. And I'm going to make Gabi a little bit bigger. No, I'm not going to make Gabi a little bit bigger. But you can see Gabi. There she is. She's a very, very pretty young thing, and they were very happy, and they were engaged. So Gabi had a great idea. She said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have this big engagement party, and I'm going to invite my best friend and supermodel, Lily. It's a very, very clever idea. And so as soon as Debussy saw Lily, he was like, bye, Gabi. Hi, Lily. And here he is with Lily. Now, he doesn't look very happy. It's true. He doesn't look very happy with Lily. But apparently, after a little while that they were together, he wasn't very happy with, even though she's very beautiful, he wasn't very happy with her level of conversation. Apparently, she wasn't at his level of conversation. And also, he said she wasn't aging very well. So what does our lovely Debussy do? He leaves her. He goes out of the house to buy cigarettes and never comes back. And she's, of course, devastated. And she takes a gun. She goes to Place de la Concorde, and she shoots herself, and she commits suicide. But she misses. So perhaps he wasn't all wrong about her not being so bright. But be that as it may, he does finally end up with the third love of his life, and this is the lovely Emma. Here is Emma. I will show you Emma, because you're all very curious at this point. He just doesn't look. He just wasn't a very happy man, is the truth, and I think he's sitting on something sharp here. But so anyway, that's. I hope I haven't ruined the piece for you. And here is Clair de Lune. Please write to me if you would want a different angle of the piano. Maybe we can do that in a second. Please stop the applause. Settle down. So that was that. There were a couple of things I wanted to tell you. So since this whole lockdown began, we have been kind of in the house, and I kind of promised my Facebook friends that I would post a video every day, which I have more or less been doing. Initially, they were just videos of me playing a piece, and then the view from the window, and the idea was to have something, uplifting and something connecting us all. It's interesting, actually, this pandemic, as horrible as it is for the first time a chance for the whole world to come together against something. Like, we're all together against something. You would have thought it would have happened with global warming, but apparently not. But this, at least, we're all together. So the idea was to post these videos and to have something that connected us all, and music is a universal language, so, and all that stuff. Now, I did get a little, I think it was day 20, I kind of started getting bored with the idea of just playing a piece and shooting a video. So I started making little videos myself of strange things that were happening. So the last one I did was Rachmaninoff versus Rocky, and so there's and they're on the YouTube channel and also on Facebook, and so yeah, please, they've gone viral, of course. They have about 13 or 14 views each, so please add a few to those. That would be very, very kind of you. And it is, of course, a difficult time. I'm trying to be silly about it, but it is difficult for not just for me, of course, for everybody. But I think artists in general are maybe, it's difficult. Any musician, their whole thing is about getting a lot of people into an enclosed space for a performance, and that's not exactly what people are recommending right now. So everything that any of my musician friends have had, is all canceled or postponed. So that's cool. I thought, I know a lot of people did these fund me kind of things, but I thought, better you save your money, because I know that there's not much of that going right now. So don't donate anything. But if you do want to do something for me, it would be great if you did join my YouTube channel or go to Spotify and Spotify me. Just hit, continuous play on Spotify and forget about it. That would be very good. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about, because of the pandemic, I've been having this. Well, I'll tell you that story right after this. But this next piece is called. Well, I don't really have a good title. In fact, if anybody has a good title for this piece, at the moment I'm just calling it Coronavirus Dance, and it's a very upbeat piece with the kids in the house. They're always going crazy. So I do kind of feel that it's important to entertain them somehow, and so I came up with this piece which seems to entertain them, and I've been playing it for them, and I'll play it for you now. And it's kind of a work a bit in progress, but let me know if you have a good title for it. That would be great. So what am I supposed to do here? I was supposed with to. With the kids in the house. Sorry, I want to silence that. But there are people that are commenting that I was supposed to talk to or with. And hello in Athens to Athina Parga. Oh, that's cool. Somebody liked probably the tango here. Gracias por compartir la experiencia musical. Lovely. Gets me to, speak Spanish, a language I don't speak. But anyway, here is this coronavirus jig, or whatever you want to put a better title. Oh, shall we try? We're going to experiment with this camera view, perhaps. See what happens. If you can see my hands. No, you can't see my hands that way. How about this way? Let's see if you can see my hands. Does that work? Well, maybe it's a little dark, but it's a short piece. So there you have it. That was the coronavirus dance. And let's see, some more people. Argentina says thank you. Free concerts. Somebody says better call it Corona beer. Yes, much better. So I'm very excited about that piece, actually. So I only have one more thing for you to, one more piece for you, and I'm going to reopen this curtain here so you can see me a little better. Now, I was supposed to be in the States actually right now doing a tour, and one of the things I was going to do was this performance for a competition that I started, and the competition is called Getting to Carnegie, and it happens every year, and Jeffrey and the Violin Channel have pretty much been there from the start, and I also have a board that has been incredibly supportive. Susie and Chip Avery Fisher have been amazing, and the rest of the board, and Jeffrey's on the board. So it's really been very exciting now, and basically the idea is that, you know, it rotates between violin, cello, and voice. And this coming year, which it always happens in January, is going to be for violin again. And so we just had a board meeting on Zoom, which was cool, and discussing how are we going to do this, you know, because the final round takes place at Carnegie, and hence the title, Getting to Carnegie. And so we decided that we're going to do the whole thing online. And then, since the idea is getting to Carnegie, and you know, if it's all online, then where's the Carnegie part? The idea is that the winner will then perform at Carnegie the following year. So the competition would be in 2021, January 2021, and then whoever wins would perform in January 2022 at Carnegie, when we hope. Well, I mean, I hope things will be open for business by January 2021, but we thought people are not going to want to just, you know, come out in mass just quite yet, I don't think. The different thing about this competition is that the audience chooses the winner. And so we think that it's going to be actually quite fun to do that whole thing online. If you want any more information about Getting to Carnegie, the website is gettingtocarnegie.com. And you know, it's pretty much there. We've done it for 6 years, and this will be the 7th year. And we've had some amazing winners. And a Violin Channel artist, Nathan Meltzer, has won the last violin edition, and he's a very cool guy. Check him out if you get a chance. So I was thinking that I will just end here with a short piece, the Hammerklavier of Beethoven. No, because that lasts 45 minutes. But I did think it would be nice to play some Beethoven. And so this is Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata. And I think I've mentioned the things I wanted to mention. It's been quite a weird experience to be with you like this. And I say to be with you. I realize there are only 3 people online left at this point, and they're both mostly related to me. But nonetheless, it has been fun, and I look forward to doing it again. And again, like to thank Jeffrey and the Violin Channel, and mostly I would like to thank my wife Electra for keeping the kids quiet. I believe they're probably tied up at this point. But that's all from me. This is the last piece, Moonlight Sonata. Thank you. And so long from Paris. Hope to see you soon. Love, Mom.